Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your October 2015 monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Taurus. I had started another recording, but I had to stop it early on, so I've started again. I laid out a spread for you guys. And I'm just going to kind of start off in the middle. And I did shuffle, just so you guys know. In what I call the heartbeat of the reading, which is the track that you are on, and this is the Miser card. Okay. Now, the Miser card, you can be in a relationship. You may be in a relationship with an Aries, Scorpio, or Cancer person, or this could be you being very focused on money. Now, the Miser, in my mind, is someone who is, it can be anywhere from someone who's actually homeless, where they're counting their pennies, or to someone who's very, very wealthy and is hoarding their money and is hanging on to everything and not being very giving. Although, like, I usually think that at some point in their karmic history, they were very giving, because that's the karma, money karma. The more you give out and the more you receive, and so on and so forth. So it can be anybody from between the homeless person and the very wealthy person, and every other shade of gray in between, where you may actually have money, but you may just want more, or you may just be you may not have very much, so you may be very cautious about what you're spending. Usually the miser is somebody who has money, but they don't want to spend it. So they cry poor, or they act poor, or they have a, that poor mentality. Maybe they were raised in a very poor household, or their family never had money. Their family was, always saying, you gotta work hard to make a living, and if you need to get a second job, that's what you do, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and, you know what I mean? That just, the very old traditional, work hard for a living kind of thing. And you take a job just to take the job kind of thing. You know what I mean? So, you may have some older values, very traditional values about money. But my suggestion is that either you, I want to say, consciously think about your partner, consciously recognize that this is what's going on with your partner, that your partner is very tight with their money, or this is what's going on with another person in your life. There may be, something going on with a person in your life. This could be a relationship you could be in a relationship with someone who's just very controlling over money. But for the most of you, it's just going to be where you feel concerned about money. You feel like maybe you're going to lose money, or you don't have enough, okay? Your concern is that you don't have enough. And you need to have that abundance mindset of, I have an overflowing bank account, I have abundance, I am abundance, and change the relationship you have to your money, okay? Being very grateful for the money that you do have, spending it when you need to, trusting that more will come in, kind of thing. It's very important. Building trust with money is really, really crucial for you. Now, what's crossing you is the Queen of Swords. So you may have, ascendant moon, or sun or something in Capricorn or Aquarius, okay? So in the center of everything, you've got this Capricorn Aquarius person crossing you. Now, the Miser crossed by the Queen of Swords is not really the best place to be, okay? This is not the best way to start off October, especially for Taurus guys. I mean, this is like a look out, okay? This is a woman who... this is a woman not to be messed with, basically. She's really focused on money, very overly focused on money. She's very mistrustful of people, money, and she doesn't trust even the people around her regarding money. So you may be in a relationship with someone, Taurus, especially Taurus females. This could be a girl-girl combination, girl-guy combination, by the way, too. This is not just a girl-guy, okay? This could be a guy-guy combination, although it feels to me more it's girl-girl, girl-guy, okay? Or you could be a male Taurus and you may be in a relationship with someone who's the miser. Your partner might be the miser, and you just may have this Queen of Swords crossing your path, okay? So you might not be in this little bundle at all. So you could be gay and you could be having a relationship with somebody who I would consider to be miserly. But not like miserly. Miserly doesn't mean bad. It just means that there's a lesson to be learned there and things to be balanced out. So the Queen of Swords, let's talk about the Queen of Swords here for a second. So this person is very, generally, a little bit bitter, okay? A little bit bitter. She can be the Ice Queen. This can be quite the Bridezilla type person. She can be very sharp and cutting with words. I don't generally see her as a Libra or a Gemini female, although it could be, you know, Gemini or Libra as well in this instance, but I really doubt it. Message me if it is. But to me, the Queen of Swords is a girl who has had her heart broken or has had some kind of betrayal element go on in her past, where somebody has either betrayed her or hurt her, and she is just like, she will not have it. She is really being sharp, okay? With others, she can come across as cold or rude. People don't see it. She doesn't really let people get too close to her, so they don't see her heart. They don't see how good she is of a person inside. All they see is this coldness, this rudeness, the aloofness, and everybody tries to stay away. They kind of walk on eggshells around her because they're just scared. They're just scared a little bit of her energy, which is normal, because if you meet somebody and they're out for blood and you don't know why, you just met them, you're going to be scared. You're going to be like, that person's a little bit crazy, a little bit wild, I got to stay away. So it's going to depend for you on your situation here. If this is you, just being bitter, getting over relationships, having issues with money, this is a really tough place to start off October, okay? Very tough place. You want to give yourself a lot of love and a lot of room for mistakes, okay? Because I feel like for female Tauruses, you just don't trust others. And you don't trust others to have it in your best interest with money, okay? So there's a money element. You just don't trust others when it comes to money. Either them giving you what you deserve, either giving you what you deserve to be paid, or looking out for your finances, you know. And there's a certain element, too, where this is control. The Queen of Swords is very much controlling individuals. So for the Four of Pentacles, which is somebody who's holding tight, really, really tight, and the Queen of Swords is like holding on to this sword that's just, she's like, okay, if you fuck it up, I'm going to stick it in and I'm going to twist it. And like, it's just very tense, controlling, you know, kind of energy, which this does not even seem like in your character, okay? So you may be dealing with somebody else who's the Queen of Swords in your midst, Aquarius or Capricorn female predominantly. And if this is you, Taurus females who are being very controlling, you may have an Aquarius ascendant or Capricorn ascendant or something like that, or moon, where you're just trying to control the outcome of things. It would be best for you not to do that, okay? And I know I'm going on a lot about this here, but I can't help it. I mean, it's a very tense start to the month. Now, you have the foundation is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is being lifted up out of hardship. Literally the universe supporting you, lifting you up. This is divine intervention. This is having a good support system. This is a great foundation, really great. I do like to see this. So that means in the distant past, Taurus guys, in the distant past, you may have been in a relationship with a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra female. Again, there's some sword elements here. So I don't feel like it's the same person, although it could be. Where the page, you know, this is who you married, okay? You married this girl. You know, you may have had kids or whatever. You may have had, you know, a little girl. Message me if that's you. And that she after your breakup, she became the Queen of Swords, which is not something to be messed with, you know? So it's a tough situation here. You also have the Death card in the recent past, which means it's a time of transition. I always say that no matter where the Death card shows up in the reading, it doesn't even matter the position. It's like I ignore the position, because the Death card is overall complete transformation, where it's gonna hit you at some point, okay? So if it didn't hit you in the past, it's gonna hit you now. If it doesn't hit you now, it's gonna hit you in the future. It's like a domino effect, okay? So you're in transition, Taurus. You know, you may be, because it's next to the miser, you maybe have lost a job, or there may have been some loss in some way, some financial loss in some way, and you're trying to regain this, and it's making you feel very distrustful of others and very like, don't call me, don't talk to me, I don't want to talk to anyone. You want to be alone, okay? In the beginning of October, I just feel like you're pissed off. Like, I know I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at you, but I just, like, overall, like, it's so tense. It's just what I want to say. You're really pissed off, Taurus. And it's not like you're pissed off like you want to kill someone pissed off. Just, like, you're just pissed. You're just pissed. You're just pissy, moany. You may just have, you know, you may just be having, like, a moment where you're dealing with a lot of change, a lot of financial issues. You're trying to control things, and it's not really going your way. And, you know, you may not really be, you know, your partner may be trying to really control things. You know, one of you or both of you, who are, if you're in a relationship, is trying to control the finances, and most likely your partner is has some say on it. Okay, and so you just really want alone time. That's kind of how I feel in the beginning of October. You really want alone time. Now, in the immediate future, you have the Strength card, which is a test card. It's a testing type card, okay? You can see she's standing there with the lion, the beast. And this is a strong friendship card, but it's also just you knowing your limits, you being tested to see how much you can really handle, okay? This is also you being in a great position with a partner, if you have one. It's like you and them versus the world, okay? You need to kind of get back to this place. For those of you who have been in a relationship with the Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius female, I feel very strongly that this is, you know, it's like you kind of have been going through a cycle of breaking up and getting back together, and it's like you're going to get back together in the future. Now, I do get a lot of calls, you know, private clients who ask me, oh, will you get back together? And most likely the answer is no, okay? Unless it's a cycle where you know you're going to get back together because you just keep getting back together on and off continuously. You may be waiting for someone to come back, because you have the Seven of Pentacles card and the what's coming in from the outside. The Seven of Pentacles is a card about waiting, being impatient, needing patience. So you have this patience with the Strength card matching up. And then you have the Nine of Wands in the position of emotions, which is another waiting card. So two very strong back-to-back wait, you know, elements here. There's just a lot of waiting, trying to be patient, things taking longer than expected. You have this Nine of Wands. Now, I will say that because Mercury is in retrograde in October, you know, it's going direct, I think, October 9th, okay? But that's a bunch of time in October, the beginning of October, for things to be delayed, okay? So it's still, like, even though it's going direct in October, you may still feel the effects of it until November or even December. Because I always say, what was supposed to happen in October, Mercury has now delayed. So you can expect that things, again, we have this domino effect here, domino effect. You know, this is where you get stuck in traffic for 3 hours. This is where, you know, building plans take a long time. This is where, you're waiting on a phone call and you don't get it, until, a day or two later, and it drives you crazy, This is not really a time to push forward. This is a time of waiting. This is the time of having inner strength, doubling up, relying on your partner, being a team. For those of you who are single, the strength card, can indicate more friendship. So you having, a friend that, you developing your friendships, being focused on friendships. I see this as a very strong team-oriented card. So you may have, things if you've been in a, stressful work environment, things that work may be really, start to improve. But you may be waiting for a raise. You may be waiting for a new job. You may be waiting, for things to happen, and it may not go exactly your way, which is why it requires strength of you. It's just a very, to me, this is a very testing type reading, okay? And those of you who are, very focused, female Tauruses, it feels like you're very focused on your career because you got the Star card. And the Star card is a great career card. Okay, this is your attitude. And she is a star. This is someone who, who's a dreamer. Maybe you have big dreams. You're thinking big picture in October. This is the music star, the movie star. This is coming into your own power. This is, radio. This is where, you are very much empowered to push forward in your career to get to that next level. And some of you are famous, and some of you are at that level where you're very well known, and you're in the eye of the public, and you may just be very, I want to say in the beginning of October, stressed out. And I don't even think stress is the word. Your focus is very, I want to say tight. Your vision is very narrow. You're walking down a very narrow cow path, okay, Taurus, very narrow. You need to broaden your horizons. This is you thinking big in the end of October, but in the beginning, very narrow, okay? So it's sort of like, it's sort of your perspective may completely shift. By the end of October, your perspective may completely shift from being so tight you couldn't floss it, okay? So like controlling, you can't move it, you can't budge a Taurus, you're not budging at the beginning of October. It's like there's no room, there's no grace. Period. There's no give and take, hooey way, nothing. No nothing. But then later, it's almost like you get back into your groove and you become empowered and you see the bigger picture and you kind of, I feel like you're using your intuition. You see what's going on. You got the High Priestess as the outcome. So some of you have, mediumship abilities, psychic abilities, and you have a lot of light, So this is a great, the High Priestess as the outcome is a great outcome because you already kind of know how things are going to go. You're watching this video for me to tell you, but you kind of already know how things are going to go. The High Priestess is a lot of times, I want to say some of you are hippies, Some of you Tauruses are kind of hippies. But for the guys, I mean, you could just also be a psychic or a medium. You may be watching this. I watch a lot of, psychic channels, so some of you may be watching, you may be psychic yourself and you're watching this video and you're, you kind of already have the answers, but you kind of want some verification. This is also fine-tuning your abilities, okay? Fine-tuning your gifts. So remembering to use your intuition, remember to, and because all the best psychics in the world still get stuck, they still have struggle. it's not like psychics are free of problems because they're psychic, you know. Um, a psychic still cannot see what's in front of them sometimes. So it's important to use your instincts. And I usually tell people that it's always the first thing that catches your eye, you know. Sometimes it can take longer for things to kind of settle when you're psychic, but at the same time, when it comes to like your intuition, when you know something, it's usually that very first thing that comes to your mind. And then second guessing it is what Tauruses and a lot of other people do. So don't second guess yourself. At the end of October, really go with your first instinct, whatever that your eye lands on, whatever that is, you know. You may want to do some journaling. You may want to do some writing. Some of you are quite creative. Some of you are natural healers. Some of you are artists that do painting and drawing, and I want to say calligraphy. Some of you do like calligraphy work. You know, you work with paper. Some of you may just really like materials, fabric, quilting. Message me if you do any kind of quilting or knitting or things like that with your hands. I feel like you're going to be very busy at the end of October, but it's good busy. You're going to be able to get a lot done. So I feel like things are going to really shift for you. You're going to pass the test of strength. There's going to be a lot of things that kind of come up mid-October where you're like, God, please shoot me now. But it's going to be fine because it's going to end up being where you're getting a lot accomplished. I pulled another card, and the reason I say all that is because you got the Magician. The Magician is, especially Taurus guys, but also Taurus females, because you got the High Priestess as the outcome. This is following the signs, you know, looking for those little feathers, looking for the lights, looking for the birds that send you messages, and the little stones, and the things that come into your path that you're not really expecting but help lead you on your way. That's using your intuition, you know. So I feel like it's very important for you to know that any challenge you may have mid-October is meant to happen, okay? That you're meant to learn from, okay? All challenges, especially, you know, it's very important for you to know this, Taurus, especially for Taurus, need to be seen as a growth opportunity, okay? It's going to lead to growth, okay? So embrace it. Whatever challenge it may be something small to something very big for you. I don't feel like it's going to be like life or death, okay? I just feel like you may be stressed out sort of in the middle of October and kind of just wondering, you know, what the hell's going on, you know? And you know, you're wondering how long you've got to wait for things to happen. But things will start to move, I feel like, the end of October for you. You know, you'll be very busy, but you will be enjoying your life, and I feel like you'll be getting a lot done. Just remember to follow those signs, and you'll be golden. So, and that's all I really have to say for you guys. There's really not much else going on in this spread. So feel free to email me if you'd like a private reading, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. Olson is spelled with an O-N, O-L-S-O-N. And yeah, I charge $75 for the individual sessions, and you can check out more about my schedule and payment information on the About section on my YouTube channel. There's like a little About link. And I will be back again for your mid-October videos. But thank you so much for subscribing, liking, Google Plusing, all that lovely stuff. And I send you big hugs. Big hugs. Big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.